In this video, we are going to cover a better way of structuring our tests. Now, if we go back to this diagram, here I illustrated that typically we have a test block, and then within this test block, we're going to have the content needed to execute our test. And that is what we have been doing thus far. Here we have our test block, and then we have the content to execute our test within the callback. But now we have so many tests, and we should have a way of grouping and organizing these tests. And we can actually do that through describe blocks. We can use describe blocks to group common tests. For instance, all of these tests test the to-do footer. So we can have a describe block that groups all of these tests inside of that describe block. And then we can describe that these tests test the to-do footer. So at the end of the day, it might look something like this. We are going to have a describe block, and then we can group common tests within that describe block. Now also, we can do something like this. So we can have a describe block and we can have common tests within it, but then we can also have a child describe block to even more separate tests out within the parent describe blocks. Over here we have these common tests and then these common tests, but they're separated through this describe block. Now we're not going to be doing this inside of this crash course, but at the end of the day, when you have more complicated tests in your application, you can think of this as a way of separating things out. But in this lecture, we are just going to be using this approach. So let's go ahead and let's utilize the describe blocks. Now before I do that, let's just comment out all of the unnecessary tests. So over here we have the first test, and then over here we have the second test. I think these are the only two valid tests. I mean, all of the tests are valid, but the other ones were just a way of learning about assertions. So I'll just comment these tests out. This first test tests if things work as expected, and then the second test tests if the text is plural or the text is singular if you pass 1. So let's just go ahead and let's save that, and we should see 3 passing tests. Now what we can do is have a describe block, and the describe block is going to be very similar. We're going to have the first parameter is going to be a string that describes this block. And I'm just going to say to-do footer because this is just testing the to-do footer. And then in here, we're going to have a callback. And now what we're going to do is we're going to copy all this. If I can copy it. All right, let me just zoom out a little bit here. I'm going to copy this. I'm really having a hard time here. There we go. I'm going to cut it out and just paste it inside of the describe block. And if I save this, you can see that everything passes. All right, cool. And this is a typical convention, and this is how most tests are going to be organized. Now note, you can always put another describe block in here, maybe saying that this is testing functionality 1 of this component, and you can have maybe this test in here. And then over here, we can have another describe block. And this is saying, I don't know, testing functionality 2. And then over here, we can have another describe block. So we can just cut this out, paste it in here. And this is completely valid. Again, this is just a better way of reorganizing our components and our tests. So let's just go ahead and let's just get rid of this describe block. We don't need that. Actually, let me just Control Z out of it because I don't want to have these children describe blocks. Let's just there we go. That should be fine. And now let's just do the same thing for our other test file, our header test file. And we really have just one test here, but let's just put it in a describe block anyways. So we'll say here header. And we'll just have a callback. We'll cut this out, paste it in, done. All right, very short lecture on the best practices of organizing your tests.